Kirk, let's do a rendition of stardom, sit 'em, because when there's a bad game, that means big changes to a starting 11. So why don't you walk us through the 11 you want to see in St. Paul, Minnesota, Wednesday night in a freezing cold against Honduras?
Matt Turner, you're not going to move him. If Gregg Berhalter does, I will be very surprised. Anthony Robinson, I think he's proven his worth. He's very, very standard. You know what you're going to get. Walker Zimmerman was very good the first game. Sans one bad giveaway. I thought he was very decent. No Chris Richards, so that's going to leave Miles Robinson, who I thought struggled, but maybe one game under his belt, he could vindicate himself for that game. I thought Serginho Dest actually was surprisingly decent against Canada. I thought it was one of his better games, especially defensively.
Really?
Defensively,
dude,
yes.
Against Tajon Buchanan?
Yes. Yeah, Tajon wasn't there. Tajon was central. Tajon was more central. I thought he was, yes, better. Serginho Dest was better. My doubt is Musa. It looked like he came out with the knock. If Musa's not ready, Luca De La Torre, I'd love to see him in Eredivisie, team of the month. Kellen Acosta's the only natural six with Adams not being able to play. Adams with that hamstring injury, you're going to have to go with Kellen Acosta because you need a player with bite. Weston McKennie, your dual 8, you've got to keep him there because he offers a lot on both sides of the ball and set pieces. Brendan Aronson on one side, Timothy Weah back in the mix, and Ricardo Pepi gets his chance. And you know exactly what this means. This means
you benched Christian Pulisic.
Christian Pulisic is benched. He is out.
Wow.
Listen, there comes a time in every player's career when what you need is to take a step back, to take a breath, to sit down, to look at a game from a different perspective, a different angle. And maybe, yes, get angry. Get angry that Gregg Berhalter benched you. Angry enough that you want to prove yourself to everybody. Every time I hear Christian Pulisic talk, and I know that's maybe his personality, it's, I don't really care about these things. He's very soft-spoken. I want to see him angry, not frustrated. Angry to prove himself. I'm the best American player. Seb, 3 years ago, we were here in LA on a show called Nacion, and you said he was already the best American player ever. I want to see him prove it every single time he's on the field. I want to see him get angry with his teammates. I want to see him demand the ball. I want to see him be effective. I want to see him not be predictable. Every time he gets the ball, he's cutting in when he's on the left-hand side. I want to see not just big moments against Mexico. I want to see consistency. I want to see him prove himself here on the national team, because guys like Landon Donovan, guys like Clint Dempsey, when they wore that jersey, they proved themselves. That's what the greats do. He can be a great, but you have to prove it.
Didn't you just warn Gregg Berhalter against destroying the confidence of a player like Matt Turner, destroying the confidence of a player like
those are two
like
players
Ricardo
that go
Pepi?
in and out. Christian Pulisic
what's it going to do to Christian
out.
Pulisic, who's clearly not having a great time with his club, if the thing he looks forward to coming back to the national team and he gets benched? What's that going to do to his confidence, Herc?
If Ricardo Pepi or Matt Turner get chance after chance after chance and aren't proving themselves, you go out. Christian Pulisic should be the same. I actually think this would benefit him. He's one of the best players on the team, one of the best players in North America, but he's not having a good moment. And maybe this perspective, this refresher, will do him good.
Just so I'm clear, we do both understand what's at stake for the United States in this game against Honduras, right? I mean, you're saying what for me is a huge game, potentially a must-win, and you want them to play without the face of the program.
What's he done the last two games?
Without the best player.
What's he done the last 2 games?
No, nothing. Is he not the best player anymore?
Not the last 2 games. I want to win this game, don't you? If you're the U.S. men's national team, you want to win this game. He had a 1v1. 1v1 with Johnson. And when he should be sharp, when he should put him on his heels, when he has to take him, it takes him to the left, scuffs it. You can say it's a trip for whatever you want. He wasn't sharp enough. He wasn't his Christian Pulisic self. I honestly think this will be good for him and the national team. Timothy Weah has been playing well. Brendan Aronson is an effective player, even though his club form is also equally not as great. But I think a refresher will do him good.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.